Today's episode of Let's Just Be Wizards is brought to you by Dork Chest. That's dorkchest.com. Subscribe and get new crazy dorky shit every month. And we got our own Dork Chest here, and let's see what's inside it, guys.
Crack it open.
All right. Let's see.
Oh,
okay.
Man, this looks good.
Oh, I got it's a Green Lantern lantern.
I got Arcade's Revenge for the Sega Genesis.
Whoa, really?
The X-Men game.
Nice. Do you have a Sega?
I do.
Wow, awesome.
I think Viagra Pen is in there somewhere.
And Viagra Pen. All right.
Okay.
It's pretty dorky items.
Yeah.
It's wow, I don't even like the Green Lantern that much.
I hate this video game. It's really frustrating.
Dorkchest.com. Subscribe today and get all the cool stuff like we get delivered to your house every month. It's a new chest full of dorky items. That's dorkchest.com. And now on with the show.
The Pentagram, dedicated to Henry Foreman. In the years of the primal force, in the dawn of terrestrial birth, man mastered the mammoth and horse, and man was the lord of the earth. He made him in hollow skin from the heart of an holy tree. He compassed the earth therein, and man was the lord of the sea. He controlled the vigor of steam. He harnessed the lightning for hire. He drove the celestial team, and man was the lord of the fire. Deep-mouthed from their thrones, deep-seated, the choirs of the eons declare the last of the demons defeated. For man is the lord of the air. Arise, O man, in thy strength. The kingdom is thine to inherit, till the high gods witness at length that man is the lord of his spirit.
Let's all be wizards and fly around in the sky. Let's all be wizards, immortal we can never die. Let's cast some spells with all of our dear friends. Let's all be wizards, the magic it would never end. And we'll fly so high in the sky. Fly so high in the sky. Fly so high in the sky. Right into the night.
Hello, and welcome to Let's Just Be Wizards, the bi-weekly podcast that delves into the dark arts in order to answer the age-old question, can I be a wizard? I'm your host, Adam Hilton, and to my left hand is...
Grandmaster Maxfield Lehman.
And to his left hand is...
Andrew Cox, Wizard.
Through the course of this podcast, we will attempt to cast spells, influence history, appease Egyptian gods, and everything else under the moon. So strap in for the show that will estrange you from your friends and family. This week on Wizards, Thelema. All right, how are you guys' weeks been?
A little crazy. Pretty terrible. Yeah.
Why?
I got strep throat and just drank too much on Wednesday or Thursday. It was just kind of a crazy week, man.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. How about you, Max?
Well, I got my promotion, but
congratulations.
I'm going to have to spend the rest of February in the dish room because this asshole New John quit. No 2 weeks, no nothing.
And that's his name, John?
His name's John, but there's two Johns.
But he's not the one who worked there for a while. He's the one who just got hired.
He's New John.
Oh, okay.
And he's old.
Yeah, nothing magical going on the past 2 weeks since we last did the show?
I summoned a friend that I had cast a summoning spell for.
I did some new sigil stuff.
Yeah, I did some sigil stuff. Well, this was part of the ongoing sigil stuff from the Pony Portal, but Chicken came and visited.
Oh, yeah, you guys had fun. It looked like.
We played some video games, smoked some weed. It was a good time.
Yeah.
Talked about some magical stuff. He was reading H.P. Lovecraft on the chat last night, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Which one? Do you remember?
I don't remember right now. It was really good, though.
Yeah, I love me some Lovecraft.
Yeah, it was some good stuff. So I summoned a friend from far across the globe, and this was written on a spell. So I did get to kick it with Chicken. So yeah, it's a good time.
Nice.
And Ash came too. So we just hung out, did some video games. Good time.
Yeah. Max, anything?
I just
magic?
kind of covered the basics, breathing, yoga, did a little experimental tarot, divining. It felt good. I felt like I leveled up my skills.
Nice.
I joined a gym. That made me feel kind of magical when I was done working out.
Yeah.
But I think it's how I got strep throat too.
From all that
Just
equipment?
they're just unsanitary
All
places.
that streppy sweat on the
all those
benches.
sweaty, streppy people.
Were you
coming
licking
in there.
Calvin and Hobbes books at the
thrift store?
again?
Yes, I was just talking to you about this. Here's the thing. I don't lick them. I taste them.
Uh-huh.
And you can really tell what kind of conditioner people use because those books have been in people's bathrooms for so long.
Right.
So, like, you can really get a really amazing flash memory of their lives. It doesn't help, but if you want to cast a spell on them, you can visualize.
Yeah.
It allows you to the sense memory allows you to visualize memories that weren't yours.
That sense, that pithy kind of shit aftertaste.
It's shit and conditioner mixed together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And Doonesbury books. Those ones.
Those
end
are
up in
also
bathrooms a
lined
lot.
up. Anything
I got
with
one
a
of
comic
those,
book on
yeah.
it or multiple panels.
Yeah.
Those are all bathroomery.
We were talking last time about when we, to cast a good magical act or do a magic ceremony, you want to have this sense and all the senses, maxed out in what you're doing. So, if you're casting bathroom magic, that might be a good way to do it. Just
Get those
sniff
Calvin
it.
and Hobbes books out of the thrift store.
Right. Yeah, I envisioned this. I had this weird thing where I was doing my one of my jobs and just kind of walking, taking a break, and I saw this vision of a man with red robes draped over him and a bald head.
Interesting.
And he was doing the 2 fingers up like peace sign, and then the other hand on the heart kind of
2
thing.
fingers down, 2 up.
Yeah, it's something like that, and I just thought like, oh man, maybe what I should do is just quit everything. Shave my head, wear red robes, and just go around, I don't know,
doing
magic.
Doing magic stuff.
Yeah.
Full on wizard. Here's the thing. I guarantee if you walked into the co-op dressed like that, someone would buy you a sandwich.
Seems like.
You'd be set. Yeah. Like someone would be like, oh, Adam's back. Hold on. You want some pizza, man? And you'd be like, yes, some pizza would be cosmic right now. And then they just buy you the stuff and you'd be like, thank you, magical.
Man.
I think that might be a way for you to draw a lot of water in this town.
I saw myself in the future then.
Well, I mean, you just last night you said you felt like we were in the future. You're like, I left and came back to a different city.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we've talked about how great our new co-op is.
And we
in
keep
Sacramento.
going back to this keeps coming up with the co-op. We keep talking about it on
Yeah.
this podcast, but
The buddy law doesn't even bother me anymore.
no, like I'll just hit me up if you want to go buy some beer at the co-op. We'll both go. I'll throw down.
You have to buy 2
You
singles.
have to buy 2 singles. You can't buy one at a time. It's the Sacramento buddy law.
All right, guys. Let's see here. Let's go to the news.
Hi everyone. Andrew here with the news. Well, let's go straight to the celebrity beat right off the bat because we love when celebrities get involved with magical stuff. So apparently Mariah Carey's sister has come forward saying that they were forced to take place in evil satanic rituals that became violent and sexual as children, and that they have only recently come forward in this now because they feel that enough time has passed that they're going to be all right, that they're going to be
Statute of
safe.
limitations is passed.
Yeah, but can I just point out that Mariah Carey was like super talented and successful, so whatever they were doing in these rituals probably appears to have worked out really well. So I didn't remember the worst stuff that happened to me for most of my life, and didn't change anything once I started to, and I'm not rich or successful. So boo-hoo, Mariah Carey. Sorry, you're more magical than all of us without even trying. They have to make you do it. So, yeah, that's...
Aren't music videos with more than 100 million views satanic anyways?
Is that what it says on a YouTube video?
That's like that whole...
Is that what it takes?
Is that all it takes? Because I would love to think that...
They see like Egyptian stuff and hand signaling.
Oh, the digital magic, stuff that they were talking about, yeah.
Digital magic? I am out of the loop for this.
All right, so, you were the ancient prophecy about how the internet was magic or something. You were just telling me about that.
Keck?
Yeah, that.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's what Max is talking about.
Chaos magic? Alt magic?
Yeah. All right, February 18th, Los Angeles, California. The world's largest black mass was held. It cost between $15 and $666.66 to attend, though the most popular ticket was $6.66. There is no exact number on the number of attendees. However, the Los Angeles Sun says that it's the world's largest one, so we can go with their stats on that. Generally,
this recently happened?
Yes, this was February 18th.
We were not invited to this?
We didn't go, and we probably could have driven down there and done that.
Oh, wait. Let me look. Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, we got invited, actually, guys. I'm checking the email right now.
Oh, you had work, and I had...
I probably had work.
Jobs.
I never.
But
checked
anyway,
the email. All right,
generally this thing looked really cool. It had lots of piercings and cloaks and metal bands.
Nice.
It had like sculptures. It had
lots of cling
people
wrap.
standing in formation, chanting, people hanging from things.
Nice.
Yeah, various amazing sculptures and forms playing tribute to our Dark Lord and Master. Just an overall really cool-looking time. So,
do you know who played? Who was on the...
I don't have that information right now on hand, but, world's largest black mass held on February 18th, and it looked like a pretty awesome goth time with duct tape over nipples and everything.
Featuring Disturbed.
Okay. So, all right, let's go back to our deepest Mother Africa for a true Harry Potter story.
Is this a
here.
third news story?
Yes.
Oh man, I'm gonna have to start paying.
A Nigerian toddler accused of witchcraft.
Okay.
Who was left to starve to death.
How old is?
Must have cast some spell on an NGO who found him. And he now enjoys a life of not being starving. He's being taken care of by some cool white-looking witch ladies who have sick tattoos of Shure S55 microphones on their arm and just feed him the richest electrolyte beverages that he can get. He's just looking fat and happy and most likely will be trained to become the most powerful wizard who will banish the warlords that left him to die and restore peace to his nation with only the simplest of magical thoughts. I think he just started at whatever the African version of Hogwarts is this year. And he's just looking really, really magical and really cool. And, happy ending for this kid.
I think that story made my week because it's been nothing but bad news all week. And
yeah, he's 3 or 4 right now. He looked like a little skeleton before, and now he's just looking like the handsome little devil that he is.
He's going places.
Yeah. Oh, it seems like the worst place to practice witchcraft.
Yeah, absolutely. No matter what, they are going to make sure that you suffer because suffering comes easy in that part of the world.
Yeah. Huh.
The easiest thing to do is just do nothing, and then suffering is automatic.
Yeah.
But no, some very obviously magical NGO involved with some other witchcraft came and intervened, saved this kid's life, was like, have some food, have an education, have some pretty hot alternative looking,
have some
gals come take care of you, volunteers.
Some Nike products.
I don't think I don't think he was wearing any Nike products when I saw him, but he was decked out when he was getting ready for school. He had the matching shorts and
Nice.
he was decked out. Yeah, good looking pair of shoes on his feet. Very fat, very good. Just ready to be magic.
I'll show you where wizard.
Yeah, I'll show you where wizardry will get me exactly. And and I shit you not, his name is Hope.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah. His parents name him that?
No, I think the people who took him out of being an orphan named him that.
Man, what does it take to get accused of wizardry at such a young age?
I don't know.
He must have been playing with
Like-
rocks in the air.
No, he was clearly just doing amazing witchcraft, and someone saw him doing it, and he was
Noticed him.
probably just sitting there laughing, being magical, and and someone was like, "Stop! No, stop that!
Stop,
You
stop.
stop that! Yeah,
I
Hold it
can't.
right there.
I can't do that, so I'm going to make that illegal.
I'm gonna make sure you suffer." Right?
Yeah.
He was just a natural. Whatever it was he was doing, this kid is a natural, and he was like, "Fine, let me starve. You'll see, I'll be fine in no time." And he's like, "Oh, look, the white ladies came with the nutrient-rich peanut butter snacks for me to eat."
The white ladies.
Yes.
Yes. In I think it's the Philippines, a ghost or one of their boogeymen is called the white lady.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
You don't want the white lady to appear, or else something bad's gonna happen.
Yeah, that's probably not true in Hope's case.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, guys. So that's the news. Enjoy it.
Yes.
All right. Now on to today's topic, which is Thelema or Thelema.
Thelema.
Just Thelema. The word Thelema means will or intention in Greek, and it's the name of the magical order religion established in 1904 by poet, philosopher, and notorious wizard Aleister Crowley. Mister! Anyways, the central tenet of Thelema is do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. Love is the law. Love under will.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, it's kind of saying, do your... and I think a lot of people confuse this. When they hear do what thou wilt, they think,
Oh, that's
do whatever
anarchy.
you want.
Yeah.
But that's not it. Because guess what? What you want might not be your will.
What you will. Yeah, I totally can dig that.
Yeah, and secondary to that is love. So, do what you're supposed to do, and then try and be try to unify with people after that.
Sounds good.
The best you can do is just be loving. Maybe that's good enough, but you might want to work on figuring out what your true will is. Anyways, in Thelema, there are numerous gods and deities, but the three main players are Nuit, the great mother and source of all things, Hadit, who represents manifestation, motion, and time, and Ra Horakuit, who represents the sun and the energy achieved through Thelemic magic. Andrew, who's had it?
Huh?
Who's had it?
That's the will. That's the now. The things that are happening.
Sorry, I just I thought it'd be funny to quiz you on these.
Yeah. Did I get it right?
I don't even know, man. That was a joke, kind of.
Oh, okay. It's never good enough for you. God, it's never good enough
The
for you.
religion is
You're like, 3 news stories. So I should start paying. That's never good enough for you. Never good enough. God, left-handed comments.
Hey, no, that was
Quizzes.
Better just do
That was
Mechanical
really good.
Turk.
Quizzes.
Great news. I appreciate it.
Thank
Reality.
you. No, thank you.
The religion asserts that the 20th century was the dawn of a new aeon of Horus, and the adherents, named Thelemites, should seek out their own true will in life.
Thalidomide?
Just Thelemites.
Oh, okay.
Should seek out their own true will in life through ceremonial magic ceremonies. What are thalidomites?
Thalidomide is a drug that made a bunch of Danny DeVito from
Made him funny.
No, remember Danny DeVito from Batman 2?
Oh, the penguin.
When he was like the penguin.
Batman
Yeah,
Returns.
it made babies like into the penguin.
Oh, the flipper baby.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Will it actually
It
do
was
that?
a drug that they gave
based on a real-
people for
some kind of
for
aquarium,
like stomach aches.
Aquarius.
They thought it would
aquarium
cure
drug.
morning sickness, but it made flipper babies.
Those babies are
Yes.
still living in
Yes,
aquariums.
there's
right?
some people who live underwater in aquariums
Okay.
whose moms took a lot of thalidomide.
80s babies.
Yeah.
The religion draws from many sources, including yoga, Eastern and Western mysticism, and the Kabbalah. In Thelema, practitioners must learn to find and adhere to their own divine will, which may be different from what they believe their own purpose in life is. In order to find one's true will, individuals must learn to decondition themselves from what society and their own ego has programmed them to believe. This is achieved through intense philosophical, religious, and yogic practices. Break it down. Do you guys feel trapped by society?
I do sometimes.
Um,
I'm like the hamster in the cage. Like, here's your paycheck. You know, it's your choice what you do with it, but you're only getting this much
Yeah,
for this much work, and like overdoing it at work is not really worth it. I think I'd be more at home in a stratocracy or a meritocracy than a democracy.
usually, but lately less so.
Yeah. Feel it hard, man. Sometimes, like, when you run out of your own wacky schemes and stuff, and you're just like, what am I supposed to do again? And you look at the options, it's like,
It's
It
pretty.
It looks
It's
bad.
pretty
Bleak.
dismal sometimes.
Pretty
yeah.
sparse.
Thelemites can practice their belief as part of a group or lodge, or practice it on their own. One big goal of Thelema is making contact with one's holy guardian angel, HGA, an entity which can offer protection and direction for followers. Making contact with one's holy guardian angel can be an arduous task and is something an adherent can spend a lifetime trying to achieve. Yeah, and so that's basically what Thelema is.
So we're supposed to just be magic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, and you got to practice it. You got.
Yeah, I get that. You got to
I'd love to have a teacher.
notice what's funny about things.
I would say good morning, teacher, and I'd learn some magic, and we'd break for lunch.
Do you ever notice how hard it is to go to an alternative church?
No.
Regular churches usually have a pretty well set schedule.
Oh, yeah.
You
Okay,
know.
we'll get into that later. Yes. All right. So that's basic. That's a basic rundown of what Thelema is. If you want, I could go over what the degrees of it are. Do you guys know the degrees of Thelema?
I would like to know the degrees.
I know
of
some of them
Thelema.
are in numerals. One of them's like a circle.
They're all numerals. Some going to be like I,
Oh, okay.
Area 1.
IV.
Area
degree.
3.
So the entire system is as follows. And the ultimate goal of initiation in OTO is to instruct the individual by allegory and symbol in the profound mysteries of nature. Okay, so the first one is referred to as the Man of Earth triad. There's degree 0, which is Minerval. I'm just going to say 1. I'm not going to say I or V's or anything. Degree 1 is Man and Brother. 2 is Magician. 3 is Master Magician. 4 is Perfect Magician and Companion of the Holy Royal Arch of Enoch. And then outside the triads, we have part of the Lover Triad. This is level 5. Sovereign Prince Rose Croy, and Knight of the Pelican and Eagle.
That's a lot of stuff.
He probably gets to go to all the
like,
parties.
Yeah, that's like longer than the inventor of
Or
the
Knight
fair.
of the Red Eagle and member of the Senate of Knight Hermetic Philosophers.
That's like longer than the inventor of the Ferris wheel's name.
That's why they invented
Curious
acronyms.
It's George Washington Gale Ferris Jr.
Oh.
Yeah.
Degree 6, they get better. Illustrious Knight Templar of the Order of Kadosh and Companion of the Holy Grail.
I want to be that one.
Can I make up my own one?
Well, let's go. Let me read you some
Oh,
other
yeah.
ones.
Okay, keep going.
going.
Keep going.
Keep going.
7. Theoreticus and very illustrious Sovereign Grand Inspector General.
I want that one.
All right. You don't have that far to go. Just 7 grades up.
Okay.
Grade 8. Perfect.
You don't know what
Pontiff.
grade I am.
Well, I mean, I asked you last week.
I didn't answer.
Now we
Anyways.
know. Level 8, Perfect Pontiff of the Illuminati. Level 9, Initiate of the Sanctuary of Gnosis. Level 10, Rex Summus Sanctimus. Level 11, Initiate of the 11th Degree. This degree is technical and has no relation to the general plan of the order.
Wait, that one's just like, you can have that. That's like a bullshit tag, is what
kind
you're
of
telling
That
me?
means he's
Yeah.
all the others, but none of them.
Yeah, that's a bullshit tag. We call that in the chat world.
Degree 12 is Frater Superior, an outer head of the order. And then at the 13th one, I think, is where you get the ultimate, secret.
That's your ultimate power level there.
Yes.
You've got your-
Ultimacia.
Like in
highest
Scientology, they open up the vault and they hand you a piece of paper that says like, "Oh, we're all a bunch of sci-fi space cowboys, and there's a evil tentacle god that's making your life miserable. Now go try and be a Scientologist."
That's kind of the
After
level.
hearing that,
The level you get where like, oh, there really is no more secrets, huh?
except I'm pretty sure that this one involves anal sex.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna read
Do you
here.
receive anal sex or provide anal sex?
So once you get to level 8, which is right after the degree that you said you'd like to be,
Yeah.
if you just stick it out till degree 8, the degrees of the Hermit Triad are of sexual nature. In the 8th degree, the initiate is taught masturbation, magical practices. In the 9th degree, magical
Yeah, you have
techniques
no
relate
idea
to
what level
vaginal
I am.
intercourse. And 11 is a form of sex magic involving anal intercourse. So if you
Okay.
make it to level 11, which was the technical degree,
I was at level 11.
you have to have anal
I
sex
was-
with Aleister Crowley.
I
or
think I
something.
was at 7.
Oh, I was at level 11 last night, man.
Nice. Well, there you go. Did you get a holy book?
Did you turn it up
recorded
to
down
11?
I was wearing my Aleister Crowley shirt while I was doing it.
Way to go, man. You really did study for this episode.
Yeah.
Nice. No, I'm really curious. I wonder what kind of naughty things, you have to do. As
You get
go-
strep throat. That's what you do.
All right.
You
the
did
things
both.
you do. The things you do will wind up with you getting strep throat.
You did more than just go to the gym. In other
Yeah,
words.
that's true.
Okay.
Anyways, yeah. So those are the degrees of mastery within the Thelema.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
OTO. Did I mention OTO yet? Order Templi
Orientis.
Orientis.
No.
That's another name for Thelema.
I'm just gonna touch on those titles. I'm not
All
gonna
right.
explain.
And
them.
now Max with the history.
Hello
Do you ever
again. These sources I gleaned off of oto-usa.org, as well as from the bibliotecapleiades.net from a Alexander Duncan essay.
Good old Duncan.
Okay, and I will quote from the Book of Law, just a short quote from there. But anyways, the religion known as Thelema was founded in 1904 by the English poet and mystic Aleister Crowley, who is regarded as its prophet. Those who follow the path of Thelema are called Thelemites. It emphasizes individualism and uniqueness of each person's will. Thus, it is hard to make a blanket statement of its adherents and call it a religion in a normal sense, because religions are nothing if not organized, and so if everyone is doing their own thing, it seems more like an order of, like a controlled chaos.
Is this a religion?
I don't know. I think you'd have to ask a member.
I
Probably.
guess so. And I wish. Sorry about that.
That
noise. I wish we could have asked a member.
But getting to that, some consider it a philosophy or way of life overlapping with a set of practices and symbols commonly called magic. That's magic with a CK.
As it should be.
Yes. And,
That's real, man. The other kind is like a rabbit out of a hat.
That's,
You put a K
that's
at the
sleight of
end,
hand type stuff.
You're an adult.
Yeah. Put away your toys, boy.
Grown-ups here.
The K stands for kids get away from
Yeah,
this.
kids.
Kids stay away.
Stay away. But from Alexander Duncan's essay, the law of Thelema was revealed to the world by a praetor human intelligence calling himself Awas. In Cairo, Egypt, in early 1904, AWAS proceeded to lead Aleister Crowley and his wife, Rose Edith Kelly, to
A
the
babe.
stele or funeral marker of Ankh-a-ha-Knosu.
Yeah, 8.5 out of 10. I'd smash it.
6.66, which is
That seems like an adventure.
6.66 out of 6.66.
That
highest
seems like
grade
a
of goth
diamond.
chick.
That seems like a diamond tier adventure right there.
She was a
went on.
high-grade goth.
You think she was the first goth?
She's not the first, but she's one of the, she's
She
like
probably
no one's questioning her cred.
She probably did lots of art, and she probably masturbated a lot. So I think she was the first goth.
Because everyone knows goth chicks masturbate way more
Oh yeah.
than normal chicks.
Really?
What are you basing that on?
Have you
Max?
ever been in a goth sitting room?
You ever been
can,
in a
you can
gothic
smell
relationship?
the
Oh,
next room over.
Oh, I
pretty-
see. They just sit on fancy Victorian chairs and
Yeah.
rub their fucking boxes all day.
Anyways, they went to the stele or funeral marker of Ankh-a-ha-Knosu, a Theban Egyptian priest in the 8th century BC, in the Bolak Museum, a place neither one had ever been.
Bollocks.
Bolak. He then dictated a sacred text to Crowley called the Book of Law, and I will just read a short passage. The Book of Law contains 3 chapters with numbered lines, and of interest to me was line 36 to 40 in chapter 1. My scribe Ankh-a-ha-Knosu, the priest of the princes, shall not in one letter change this book, but lest they be folly, he shall comment thereupon by his wisdom, Ra-Hur-Kuit. Also the mantras and spells, the Obian and the Wanga, the work of the wand and the work of the sword. These he shall learn and teach. He must teach, but he may make severe the ordeals. The word of the law is Thelema, who calls us Thelemites will do no wrong. If he look but close into the word. For there are therein 3 grades, the hermit, the lover, and the man of earth. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law.
Oh, so that's what you're talking about, how Thelema, you could break down the word. And it's
Yeah,
like,
I'll explain briefly.
sorry.
If you just write out the word Thelema, it's Thelema, and the hermit is the He. The lover is the Le, and the man is the Ma. So Thelema.
Oh wow, Max, that's some cool shit.
I mean, it's kind of broken up weird because Le.
Like this podcast is like informative because of you right now, Max.
Well, I don't know if I tread upon something mysterious I shouldn't have
Facts.
known yet.
No, this is good stuff. Jolly
Okay.
good stuff.
Thank you, guys. That means worlds coming from you guys.
No, we
you know.
just went into the realm of informative.
But for 5 years thereafter, Crowley resisted the law of Thelema and the mission of Thelemic prophet laid upon him by AWAS because he regarded it as an astral vision or an imaginative experience. He thought this could not be real, this could not have happened because I was meditating after smoking hashish and drinking very good black coffee in the villa in Egypt or something.
That sounds like a pretty good deal, man.
That's kind of where what I think he was doing beforehand. I don't know.
It's your.
I could be very wrong. But,
it was like the Portland of its day.
Yeah.
It was the Portland
Yeah.
of its day to summer or winter in Egypt, probably.
Yeah.
But Crowley's attainment of the grade of Master of the Temple in the Supreme College of the Great White Brotherhood resulted in his acceptance of the law of Thelema and his prophetic role described in the Book of Law. Crowley founded a magical society, the AA, or Astrum Argentium,
Or Alcoholics Anonymous.
Is that the same thing?
Silver Star.
Pretty much.
I
Really?
don't think so. But he also took over the leadership of another.
Actually, they did, AA as Alcoholics Anonymous did start around the same time as the AA. That you're
When
talking
did this start?
This started 1904 or 5 to like 19.
No, I think AA started later than that.
about. Only slightly, only by 10 years or so.
Yeah.
Okay.
What? When do you think it started?
I thought it was later than that. It was the 30s or 40s, I thought.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like it's 1916 or something. All right, keep reading. I'm gonna.
You
look
would
this up.
know better than I do.
I should look this up.
Okay. So he founded the AA, and he took over the leadership of another, the OTO, or Ordo Templi Orientis, and wrote extensively about the law of Thelema, scientific illuminism, and magic with a CK.
Yeah,
That's it, guys.
nice. Thanks for the history, Max.
Always on the hush-hush.
All right, so I'm still looking up when Alcoholics Anonymous first started. But anyways, what did we do this week?
You wanted us to go to that thing.
Oh, 1935. That's when AA started. We're
Later.
both kind of right.
I was right, and you were not.
I guess I'm more. I guess I'm a little closer to the right number if we're doing.
No, you're not.
Price
I
is
said
Right
it was
rules.
the 30s or 40s, and
Yeah, that does.
you
kind of
said it
fall
was
into the
1916,
30s,
so
right? 30s.
1935 would be pretty close to the 40s.
That's straight up from Ganymede
So they
to Calypso.
stole it
Yeah.
from Crowley.
Yes, they clearly got their idea from him.
Yeah.
I think so.
Well, so this week, what I thought would be cool to do is actually go and check out a Gnostic Mass, which is their version of church, kind of. And so we did that. We looked up when the Gnostic Mass was happening in Sacramento, the 418 Lodge.
Run by the OTO 418.
Yeah, we went over there to their place, and we went into the creepy shed that they rent. And we got there, and there was no one there.
Went up the stairs,
Went up the stairs,
I played-
knocked on the door.
knocked on every door they had.
I played with lights and saw shadows.
Max actually started opening doors, in fact. If there was a door Max could look behind, he opened it and checked to
And
see
then
if
I
anyone
just saw
was
like
there.
an empty office.
And there was
I'm
no
like-
one there.
And
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm not getting no burglary charge.
Yeah.
I'm closing this door right
Yeah.
now. And
No,
turning
he was.
around.
Max
Yeah.
was peeking into doors, looking to see if anyone was there to help us, or any sort of
Was I-
spirits were going to be conjured. But
Was I a peaky blinder?
No, you were fine. You were just taking a little bit more initiative than anyone else, I think. On and as for looking for the place, but yes, we waited around, and I guess we practiced some cloud bursting.
Yeah, we
I
stared
think
at
we did.
clouds.
I think someone burst like 10 clouds that night.
Maybe.
Yeah. We went with our friend Charlie, a new friend Charlie, and I felt kind of bad because nothing happened. What happened though? So you said that we might have gone to the wrong location?
Yeah, but like I kind of look up. I looked up their Facebook event page and then went to their site and some other stuff, and there was something called the Soror Merrill building, which I think is different from that building because it's something the practitioners built, named after. That was a what would you call a sobriquet or a nickname of their matron
But you said it was out on Del Paso,
in Del Paso Heights somewhere.
over on the corner of Pico and Del Paso.
North Sacramento is what they said.
All right. So over by Pico and Del Paso, see, we were out in Midtown, and I've been to the corner of Pico and Del Paso, and the only thing there was Big Ray, and he said nothing was happening.
Yeah.
Well,
So yeah, it was kind of a bust.
I'm willing to try again sometime.
We should try it again.
I'll let you guys know how it goes.
Yeah. So that was that. I mean, do we?
Well, I mean, do you think... then we went and decided to just start our own wizard quest after that, and just started wizarding around.
where did we wind up?
We found a wizard item. We were just talking about how we would
Oh.
like to have an audio input device,
Uh-huh.
and one appeared before our feed.
Oh, that jack thing.
Yeah, the box, the audio input box.
the cracker jack.
Yeah, the Behringer Straits.
I was really okay. Yeah. So just not to, I don't know, like get down on these guys for not following through
But-
with what they said they're going to do. Yeah, because like you said, it could have been at a different building. Yeah. Hold on one second.
Day-to-day basis.
Depends.
Like, how Crowley do you get down? Like, do you get down Do you like to get down Crowley style? Like, do you try to as much as you can?
I'd say Thursday is my Crowley
Thursday's your Crowley day.
I think I'm not randy enough to be an Aleister
Yeah.
Crowley. I think in researching the man, he seemed to have, it almost was like his wires were crossed between having sex all the time and doing magic stuff.
Who's the Crowleyest here, do you think?
You?
Yeah, really?
Yeah, without a doubt.
Okay.
You got the style, man.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he really committed his life to a thing. He grew up very privileged. His parents owned the Crowley Brewing Company.
That is making me thirsty right now.
Yeah, they were beer crafters, man.
Oh, man.
Imagine
I
drinking
thought
some
I can't even...
early 1900s Crowley brews.
Like, I couldn't have liked this guy more if I tried, I don't think. Like,
I'm glad that he wasn't a bull worshiper, because something about bull worshipers I just don't like or understand, and that might just be me. But
the Bulls, the Chicago Bulls.
yeah.
What is a bull worshiper?
It goes back to like in early Indus River Valley civilizations out in Anatolia steppes of Turkey, Seytelhilk, and all that stuff.
He threw a lot of stuff together. He took the Hermeticism of the Golden Dawn. He took the Eastern thought of. He went to practice one of the original forms of Buddhism.
He took the parties.
I wonder
of
if
the
he
bronies
sacrificed a
and
person ever.
And
They say
the
he
anime
did.
of the weebs.
He used to have a place in Italy where it was like a compound where he had his
a villa.
wife and all his followers there, and they got kicked out for animal sacrifice, human sacrifice, and sex with animals.
Sex with animals.
Yes,
What-
he made his wife have sex with a goat, allegedly.
a male goat or a female goat.
Male goat.
So
Okay, yeah.
a goat.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's
I don't think
heterosexual.
goats are
Not
that,
just sex with fingers and goats.
No, I mean the
goat's
goat did
kinda
her.
hot. I don't know.
Yeah, I'd like a pet goat, not for that reason.
I wouldn't want a pet goat for that reason, but they're kind of cool. My neighbor had goats.
Really? They have the eye that looks like a rectangle.
I don't remember.
Yeah,
They
Their
were
eyes
cute.
look really weird.
They had really cool eyes. Yes, I remember that, and they were cute. They would jump up on the roof of the house.
Go see that movie, The Witch. That has a great goat in it.
Cool.
Isn't it Black Billy or something?
My dad had a black goat named Toby. He was cute, but he was kind of a jerk.
That cloven hoof.
Yeah.
Well, I actually tried to do some of the Thelemite practices this past couple of weeks. I've been reading this book. It's called Living Thelema by David Shoemaker, and it says that he lives in Sacramento.
No.
Yeah.
Still?
Sacramento has a strong Thelema. Well,
Yeah. No. We have a as strong as you make it.
I guess so.
It's only as strong as you make it.
I heard an interview. I was listening to this podcast that I'm going to get the name of very soon. But they were interviewing this guy, David Crow, who hosts a podcast called Thelema Now. The Thelema Now podcast. Oh, yeah, Out There Radio. And they had an interview with David Crow. And he was talking about how Thelema is very poorly managed these days.
Yeah. Well, I think that, man, that would have been good to know when we were out there standing in the parking lot.
Oh,
you
Thelema
know,
Coast to Coast. That's the name of his podcast. Yeah, no, he said that's very poorly organized. They don't ask for enough dues, and they don't have enough rigidity, I guess, like in the...
They don't.
the scheduling is all over the place.
They just don't
for
keep it
that's
tight.
for sure.
Yeah,
They don't keep it tight.
How do you keep something like that going? Christianity, it's like you always have the Bible floating around, so there's always going to be people.
You
that are
have
gonna be
different
Christians,
membership
but-
tiers. You do retreats. You do training workshops.
We went
Fundraising.
through all the tiers. The tiers were obvious when we started this.
Yeah,
We went over those. Like, how much more concrete do they need than that?
We were just public guests. We weren't in the organization.
We didn't even talk to anyone. We stood in a parking lot. Like
did.
that is about as far from doing anything magical or Thelemic, I think, as you can get.
And they did warn, though, on the event page. They said, email us for details, and I did not. But that's because last time I emailed them, they didn't respond right away, and then they did respond and said, "Oh, it's at this building." And that's the one I took.
Wait, so you did email them for details?
Yeah, but that
and
was a
they
while ago. That
responded
was in
with the
September
details
last
that,
year.
and they responded with the details which we were going with.
Right, yeah.
I'm guessing they have events at both buildings.
I guess so. Yeah, we'll have to check out the other building next time. I know they're having a tarot workshop coming up, and that might be interesting to do. I don't know.
Have we covered tarot on the show yet?
We have not. I think that would be a good topic. You had a topic that you wanted us to do.
I
next
wanted to
time.
do hats. I wanted to do the wizard hats.
Should we do that one for next week?
I'm trying to think of what topic I would like. I guess general wizard tools, you know.
You mean
So
like,
hats could be included in that. We already did
No,
something about
like,
wands.
from what
Right.
I've seen with the hat, it's pretty rich. Like we could cover enough with just the hats.
Yeah.
I kind of
That's
like
a pretty
that
rich
idea.
topic.
Yeah, because covering something like Aleister Crowley or Thelema, there's just so much to it, and this is going to be a shorter episode. But yeah, I feel bad. I feel like I can't do it justice.
Well, I
you
feel
know?
like no. If we had gone and experienced this thing firsthand, we'd have a ton more to say than we do. But because we learned that apparently the Thelemic practices are dying in this world that we live in today, we came back with next to nothing to report about this because apparently it's a dying practice.
What's the new thing?
What's
man? We
the
gotta
new
get
thing?
on-
That's the real
Is it
question.
Chaos
New
magic?
Age, you mean? New Age stuff?
I mean, the chaos magic seemed a little bit more concrete than this did.
Yeah.
Like there was more newer current stuff that we were even able to find. I think when we were doing our research for that.
I might try filling out that form they have for membership.
Is that just membership to be on like an online community, or is
No,
I want to find.
I mean,
like,
they have
actual
like
wizards.
They
here.
have gatherings. I think they have West Coast gatherings. I don't know if it's in Sacramento or not, but apparently it's a kind of hard thing to get into.
Really?
Yeah, they have some, not I wouldn't say severe, but certain things they're looking for in candidates.
Well, there's lots of people that do Wicca, and I wonder if going to Wiccan events would be cool for us. Or
I think that is the
we'd
new
get
thing.
bored.
Like how long is like the new type of Wiccan stuff been around?
get in a drum circle and dance around with
Maybe
sashes.
I like Native American traditions and songs and the whole sweat lodge thing.
Yeah, people died from the sweat lodge.
I
though.
like the sound of this.
What was that guy who he was a motivational speaker and he accidentally killed some people in his sweat lodge?
What about
I never heard about.
what
that.
about the guy who almost worked for the CIA but was against the whole them smuggling coke into the LA area?
Who's that?
I don't know. He was on some sort of vice.
What does that have
thing.
to do with wizards?
I mean, he went to a retreat like that did like the Native American sweat lodge and burning sage and praying to the
Ayahuasca
effigy.
ceremony?
Might have been. I don't know.
All right. Well, I was going to say, in the book Living Thelema, they talk about what you can do to live Thelema, and it's actually interesting because part of it involves a daily, like, sun salutation or kind of being, when you wake up, you have a morning thing you do, you have a noon thing you do, an evening and a night thing you do. And these are little dances in a way, and you call out names and read from the book and put your hands and feet in fun directions and stuff. Make the sign of Horus, the dance of Isis, etc., etc.
That sounds fun. I wish they taught us that there, but I
These
don't
are
know.
things you learn once you get initiated.
I'm thinking
apparently.
next time they do a Saturday thing, I'll try and contact
Do you really
them.
think there's going to be a thing, Mags?
I want there to be.
I wonder if it's just a robot that
I
sets
think
up
it's
all
just
their
about
correspondences.
believing in it and finding people who share your beliefs,
Yeah, Drew, how much are you? Do you want to join a magic order, or do you think?
I think that Well, I think that if we want to, I think this goes back to what I was saying at the co-op last night after we left the parking lot in defeat. If we want a magic order, we're going to have to start one ourselves.
But it's so hard to think of the perfect name.
We'll work on that. And any of our listeners out there, if you would like to suggest a name for our magic order, we will be forming our own. And we will be conducting the name choosing through a submission-based system from our loyal audience.
And we need a good a secret handshake too.
And we have to have craft workshops.
Man. And followers.
Oh, followers. And
we'll work on that.
We need followers for this show too. So go on
Tell your
iTunes and give
friends.
us a 5-star review just because you heard me tell you to right now. And, of course, be sure to check out our sponsor, Dorkbox and Sock Monkey.
It was,
I'm so sorry. Sock Bunny.
Sock Bunny.
Sock Bunny.
Check them out. And we're going to have a new one pretty soon called Soup in a Shoe. That should be pretty fun.
Oh.
Where they send you...
Shoops, yeah.
Shoops, yeah. Where they send you new soups and different shoes every month. So I'm pretty excited about that. Okay, well, that was the show, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to learn more about Aleister Crowley and Thelema, there's lots of great documentaries and other podcasts about it. And everyone you listen to will probably learn something different because there's a whole lot to talk about. All right, so I'm going to end this show with the comment at the end of the Book of the Law, which is this. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. The study of this book is forbidden. It is wise to destroy this copy after the first reading. Whosoever disregards this does so at his own risk and peril. These are most dire. Those who discuss the contents of this book are to be shunned by all as centers of pestilence. All questions of the law are to be decided only by appeal to my writings, each for himself. There is no law beyond do what thou wilt. Love is the law, love under will. The Priest of the Princes, Aleister Crowley. Thanks, guys.
Let's all be wizards and fly around in the sky.
Wait, what did you want to say?
No, it's fine.
Go ahead, say it.
I'll do it next time.
No, do it now, please.
And I'm Max Lehman, trying to keep it real in the 21st century.
All right, thanks, everybody.
Let's all be wizards. The magic it would never end. And we'll fly so high in the sky. Fly so high in the sky. Fly so high in the sky.
Buzz.
The biggest wizard in town, flying all around. His name is Wizard Brown.
Wizard Brown.
Brown.
Wizard Brown.
His name was
Wizard Brown. Wizard Brown.
Golden
His name
brown,
was Golden
texture like
Brown.
sun.
His name was Hot Brown.
Okay.
His name was Hot
That's how that
Brown.